All right, it is time for pre-market prep at the close.
Three consecutive highs, opened, matched yesterday's low, and then once it took out there, that's all the breakout momentum traders needed.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to pre-market prep at the close. Spencer Israel, Joel Elconin still coming to us from God knows where. Joel, we have had quite a day. You just made a very astute observation I'll pull up the SPY today. You can pick your poison, but SPY is what you're looking at. Very astute observation as far as what happened in the SPY today. Take it away.
What a day. What a day. I just want you to know, 12-hour delay on the internet at my home.
Oh, jeez.
12-hour delay for DTE. This is not a trading recommendation, but I want to short the living daylights out of Detroit Energy, DTE. But you know what? Let's see if the chat paid attention this morning, or they were just like doing their own chatty things. What did I talk about in stocks? And maybe didn't mention it particularly in the indexes. But what did I say if you were stuck on something and you were looking to get out? What did I say to take a look for? What's the first thing to take a look for? And I think Bill Big D might get it because he's a pretty astute investor.
I don't know if it's like necessarily like I don't know if you said the first thing, but it's one of the first things
I said.
One of the things. Brett Gregory.
Does anybody?
Brett Gregory says short consumers while you're at it. Yeah, everybody wants to short their utility company. What else?
Aguilar, you're close. But I said something in particular about futures and individual issues.
You have to be more specific.
Well, you give them a hint.
Yeah. So, like if you look at the chart, if you look at a chart for like an intraday chart,
you got a daily. Get a daily up there.
Okay, I get a daily. There's a daily. Fine. There's a daily. What levels should your eyes go to right away? That's what Joel's getting at here. What levels should your eyes jump right to?
And you guys listen to me every day, so you know what I preach and what things I look at.
Very people are getting it. It's some in no particular order, right? Open, high, low, close, right? In no particular order. But what Joel is referring to right now is
they're getting close. Jelly Wallace was the previous day, right?
Right.
And so I'm looking at the previous day's action. Pre-market low, you're right, Mark. I wasn't in front. We missed the pre-market low by a point, and we turned around. But I wish I could I share my screen here. Should I try and do it, Spencer? This is really going to confuse the hell out of people. But this is not my normal layout here. But let me see if I can go to it. And I got to go to Yard Stream. Totally.
So while Joel's pulling that up, what he's referring to in this specific instance was like the previous day's low. Was one of the things. Oh boy. Well, okay. You want to bring that up? You want to bring that up, Joel, or you want to make a chart? Can you make a chart a little bit bigger so we can see it?
Well, this is what I wanted to show, the data window.
Okay.
And what did we talk about? We talked about here for a second. All right, I'll get the suspense over with here. I said keep an eye on yesterday's ranges, right? And lo and behold, what was the low in the spider yesterday? 431.51. Guess what the high was today on the rebound? 431.73. So there's no gap fill here, even though the SPOOs gap down. In the SPOOs, it was equally as close. The low was 20 and a quarter. You got a couple points above that to 22.75. So it got a little out of whack there. You never got a shot at the close. But if you're looking at a gap fill, boom, you got it. 431.51. Can you see it, Spencer? Or is it no good?
It's a little small, but if you blow it up, you can see it.
All right, here, let me make it bigger.
If you go full screen on your YouTube, you could. Well, now we lost it. I don't know what that. I don't know what's going on.
This is turning into. Okay.
Anyway, it doesn't matter because the chart the chart shows what you're saying.
Let's just look at Apple, for example. Okay.
Okay.
Apple having a good day. And don't ask me about Amazon. I'm about to puke all over my desk here. Amazon or Apple did a little bit better. It got through yesterday's low, so you got the gap fill, but you missed the close. It got to 144.57. So that was actually a pretty good day. Apple was only down 50 cents at one time, and then it backed off. Let's look at maybe another bigger stock in a different category. Bank of America, low yesterday, 39.36. The high today, 39.24. Let's look at Facebook. Facebook didn't quite get there. So it's just something that doesn't work all the time. Did happen to work in the spider and the spoos today. We're still down 40 handles. I didn't do my recap. We're down 40 handles here at 43.0975, kind of in the middle of the range for the day. Crude up 94.73.14. Gold in the red by 230. Can't hold at 1800. Silver just hanging out at 26. Bitcoin down $1,800. 32,885, Spencer. So I'm gonna let you drive. I'm gonna let you control the show here.
Does it work? Does what you're saying work with the VIX? That's an interesting question, Mark.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Interesting question. I don't want to get this up there.
Yeah. You got it up there. I
I'll
keep forgetting the symbol on this. On TradeStation.
Give me a second. I got it. There's
the VIX is just a different animal.
I know.
I mean, it really is. Let me try. Does anybody know what the VIX is on TradeStation? Help me out here.
Try like at VIX. No.
Yeah.
I've got it up on the screen. It's not. I don't know because it's not.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not an equity-based index.
Yeah. So I can't help you out there. You stumped me on that one.
I don't think it would. But anyway, the point still stands. So Joel, if you look at a heat map today, you'd say, oh, red, almost all red, lots of red on the screen, very little green on the screen, not good. But the fact that we've come back well off the lows of the day, today is actually a pretty encouraging day, no?
Yeah. I mean, they had it deep in the red. Couldn't take out the pre-market low. I mean, we were due. We were due for a down day. and you got the pop. I would say things turned a little bit here, though. Now you have a clear line in the sand. With those highs, you actually had 3 highs in the same area. The little bit of a fake out yesterday. If you go on the overnight futures, you have an exact double top. So let's see. You've had basically 50 and 20, 70, 35. So I would say for me to say, hey, this is nothing. Just by the dip, we're going back over. We're going back up to 43.53. I would say right now my bogey would be 43.15, and we're pretty close to there. That's halfway back on the session. But I don't know, just a little nervousness. And you know what I think? We talked about all the different factors this morning, and Mark talked about. You know what I think? Another thing that kind of spooked people a little bit. Did you see the Tokyo Olympic news?
We discussed that.
We did discuss it.
That came up.
Yeah, I think a series of different events, but I heard about that during the day. So that's just something that contributed to the decline. But that's what I'm looking for. If this is a true, just buy the dip, we're going back up. 43.15 is what I'm going to be keeping an eye on.
I brought up Intel because AJ said he worked with Intel, and you're not. Look, the low yesterday was 55.71, and the high of today was 55.72. So there you go.
Yeah, it's not a hard fast rule,
sure.
But and the reason I mentioned that is because I could imagine some people were stuck on some stuff this morning. I don't care how good of a trader are you trading hedged or non-hedged. You're going to have days like that. So the main reason for saying it is that, hey, I don't want, I can't tell you what to do, but doubling down and just, looking for a point to exit. But Boy, oh boy, I just can't believe this Amazon. Holy Toledo. Let's just get it out of the way. When I said 4,000, I didn't think it would be this week. How did that trade today? Now, this one, you didn't get to yesterday's low. I mean, if you look at it too, I mean, considering this has over $100 range, opened. That thing opened higher. Oh no, not open. I know we're looking at the wrong thing. We're at the wrong chart. Opened lower, and you did get through. You did get through yesterday's low. You got beat by quite a bit, but I tell you, even 36.43. Even if you were like hands off on this one on the open, you let it open at 43.56. Probably didn't have anything at 6.21. But there's a trade. If you were feeling bullish, it came back up through that open. And I'm looking at the 15. It took some time, but once it came back through there, boom, it was off to the races. So great day for Amazon. New all-time high. Unbelievable. 37.52.80. Going to post a new all-time closing high. That is a definition of a strong stock.
Yeah, not much more you can say about it. What about Biogen here today? I misinterpreted some of the headline earlier, but the headline today was that the FDA has, I guess, clarified or narrowed their guidance with regards to the drug, the Biogen's drug that they approved a couple months ago or a month ago, and what it can be used for. Biogen's having a good day today. Stock is up. Last I checked, is up 3%. Yes.
Yeah, you know who's a big winner here, and I don't know if you're listening out there, Alan, but I hope you're sticking with your position. He has been following Saba very bullish. They're next in line, so that the fact that the FDA is considering that, boom.
Look at Saba. Oh yeah, look at that today.
Yeah, yep. That's trading with it. All-time high 117.54. And I'd see, and even Lilly's in the green. Now Lilly had its big move already and already had his drug, but there's some strength. There's some straight in the market. And Bill Big D, I'm surprised in next week's Amazon 7,000 calls were so expensive too. I actually looked at them. Yeah, that 700 calls. What do you? I think he means the 4,000 or 4,000 calls. 7,000 calls. That'd be crazy for next week. 4,000 calls is
7,000 calls. Those wouldn't be on the board.
I'm not that bullish.
Yeah, to
3,700. He's talking about.
Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah. They. I'm telling you, they keep the juice in those things. But yeah, there we go.
To Adam's point, did people really dislike Bezos this much? Well, I mean, yeah, that's one way of looking at it. That's for sure. What else was I watching today? I was watching Boeing. There's always news on Boeing. And it just,
someone was looking.
It just caught a spike there in the last few minutes or so. There was a headline at 3:30 as we were coming on the show here, Joel. A report from Bloomberg that the 737 MAX is close to returning in China, and test flights are near. The validation is still being worked out, but they're getting closer to recertifying that plane in China. So Boeing spiked on that as we were coming on here.
Tough. I mean, it's just a definition of a tough stock. I mean, when you trade with that much news, good and bad. And I don't know if I pointed this out this morning because we were talking about Boeing, and I was trying to identify a gap. And where the heck is this gap with this stock? I'm going back to the trading action. Oh yeah, you did. This is nice. This is technical analysis. You had a low May 21st at 231.39. And there was a void in price down to the previous day's high at 28.44. So if you were just going out on a blind limb there to fill the gap, yeah, well, you watched it go $2 against you when it went to 26.16, but it filled the gap, and now that's a nice trade. So good day for Boeing once again. It filled all. It gapped up here, and it filled all these gaps. I mean, wow. I hope someone caught that at 28.44 was the gap fill on Boeing.
Yeah. You know what? James Adams is right. The banks are leaking here hard. I saw it as well. I wasn't looking at Credit Suisse per se, but yeah, J.P. Morgan is at the low of the day or near the low of the day. Goldman Sachs.
Yeah, I mean, and what do we talk about? We take a look at it, the TLT. There's TLTs having a good day. I mean, these banks turned. I mean, and if you look at the move that they had since the beginning of the year, I mean, just ridiculous. And now, I mean, for JP Morgan, I think it was under $100 end of the year. That thing got to 167, 168. So I don't know where to step in on these banks. I think you just got to let it fall. As we talk about falling, S&Ps maybe losing this 4,300 handle here, trading down 45.5 handles, 34.04 even.
What else was I watching today? There's a bunch of things I was watching. Yeah, I mean, crazy. You know what's interesting? You know what's really weak today is transports, like Norfolk, like NSC, Norfolk Southern, and KSU, which is being bought anyway. But regardless, transports are super weak.
Is that? Oh wow.
CSX, CP, super weak today.
I mean, would that be the reopening trade kind of coming off? Or did you put those in that category or not?
I mean, it's the old Dow theory, right? Transports lead, right? So if you subscribe to that theory, then this is not a good sign. If you subscribe to that theory that transports, so as the transports go, so goes everything else.
This is not turning into like I was trying to be a little bit optimistic there about that 43.15, but no. I mean, I don't know if we're going to have another whoosh down open here, but
yeah,
hey.
and there was you're right, Alt Styles. There was a headline today out of Washington that they're looking at some antitrust stuff with regards to potential executive order. So maybe that's, I mean, clear catalyst for the whole sector today. So you're right.
Yeah.
I should have mentioned that at the outset. You're right. Thank you for that.
And your oil's coming off too, right? Even though crude's up today, you had a lot of people were hanging out in the oil stocks. How are they doing today? Before I speak, I assume everything's in the red on a day like this. Yeah. Ooh, that trade's coming off hard. Those might be a green candle. At least from the open to close perspective. So, man, those stocks are falling off a lot harder than oil. Might have some selling balances in here, Spencer. We've just lost 10, 12 points here. Don't have my usual setup in front of me here. But what else? We didn't get to do a ton of tickers this morning.
No, we did not. We didn't even get to talking about, like, we had some actual news this morning that we didn't even get to talk about, like GAN, which raised their guidance overnight. Google got sued by the FTC. I mean, Google was moving with big tech, but like GAN was the big pre-market gainer. Awesome guidance. We're supposed to get Levi Strauss earnings today, right? Tonight. That's tonight.
Okay.
And
not a great day to report, folks.
No.
Not a great day to report. Just keep that. People are just not in a great mood. So, but we'll take a look at Levi Strauss, and resistance is a little bit harder. I mean, you had that spike up yesterday, and so if you're looking for a number on the upside, we got 28.83. If it continues beyond that level, 20 pair of highs right at the 29.50 area. So on the downside, though, I'm looking and I see a series of a couple lows. And how low did we get today? Today we got the 27.32. I see a couple other lows surrounding 27. So you have backed off almost green on the session. So on a bad report, see what happens at 27. You know what I wanted to check on today? Macy's. Bounce back day in Macy's. Okay. Not a bad day. Just remember, 18, hold support. new resistance.
Oh, I don't know about these retail charts. Like, what about the gap? Oh,
That had a level. Did it take it out?
yeah, but at the same time, it's balanced. So
Yeah. What was the low today? Oh, well, this is not good though.
not
Well,
good.
what's the low? What's the low for the session here?
20,
Oh no, that's way off the low.
29,
Yeah,
29.
yeah, 29.72. Excuse me. Yesterday's low 31.17. Today's high 31.15.
Okay, let's do some ticker time. You have a ticker, drop it in the chat. We'll take a look. Toronto Dave does not like NVIDIA. Says it looks like it's going to fall hard. Well,
What the hell happened to space?
yeah.
What happened?
I gotta be honest, I have no idea. But
Wow.
in the informal power hour chat challenge, it's my pick. It's my pick of the next week. I don't know why space is up today. I never know why space is up or down.
I was keen on. I
What
thought,
a weird freaking chart this is. Look
I
at this
know.
chart.
Man, look at this. That had. Oh, this gave you a bargain too
This
today.
is weird. What is it?
Oh my lord! Look at this 40. Someone just made a stand at 43, and it's not just today. June 30th, 43.08. June 30 or July 1st, 43.19. Yesterday, 43.02. Today, 43.05. Man, oh man. Support is support. Now you're bouncing. I don't know, man. This move feels a little bit different. Strong up day. If you were looking for another target on the upside, 54.40. That was your high. That was last Friday. That's when you had the news that they moved the launch up. But you know what?
That's supposed to be Sunday, right? Am I
Yeah. Ooh, people are looking. I don't know. This one doesn't like last when we talked about it last Friday. It was holding the pre-market. You know, it got up there. I don't know. This one, I'm not so happy on to pull the trigger on the sell one going into Friday. But we'll see what happens. Next target, 54.40. That was your high, like I said last Friday.
What about Baba? Muhammad wants to know about Baba. Oh my gosh.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
I had it zoomed in, so today it looked extra worse when I was.
Yeah. I mean, it's a whole I mean, wow, 1, 2, how many down days in a row? Did you get a new low of the move? Well, if you were keen on your charts, the low of the move was the former low of the move, that is, was 204.36, and you took that out by a wide margin, 198.26. I don't have anything on the dailies for you because we're going so far back here. Let's go to the monthlies and see if I can give you something on the monthlies to lean on here. No, I can't. Closer to 190. Your May 220 low coming back off the bottom was 189.53. Do I think it's going straight to 189.53? I don't know. Seems like a little bit lower volume day in I'm looking at a monthly, so it's not comparison. I mean, what's Didi doing? I mean, do you keep an eye on Didi?
I confess I did not look at all today. I didn't have a look. Whoa. That's the first time I brought this chart up all day today.
Let's see. Any sign of hope here? Went to 11. Can't really tell you anything about that. It was just a round number.
Low volume day. Lowest volume day yet.
Yeah, if you're looking at this one, you want to buy it on strength. Maybe wait for it to clear. They had two lows, 1150, 1158, and today's high, 1148. So there's a good number. Maybe if this could prove a hold, 1150. But once again, never even. And you know what's interesting too, and I don't know how you guys, how much attention you pay to it, but the pre-market low on, was it Monday? No, it was Tuesday because we were off for the 4th of July. Pre-market low was 1090. Where it should go today goes to 11. So if you're not necessarily trading the pre-market, just keep a note for those levels because they do come into relevance. Eventually.
What else? Trying to look at things we don't always talk about. So, we talk about Palantir a lot. We talk about Tesla a lot. We talk about okay. We have not talked about Cleveland Cliffs for probably about a week or maybe more. CLF. I was because for a minute there, for a brief moment of time, this was a Reddit stock, but I don't think it is really anymore. You can see those random volume spikes, so that's what that is. But I think.
You got an area to lean on here. You're still down 51 cents, but you found support in an area that you did before, 1991. You got to 2001. So there are two lows in this area. I think if you want to take a stab at a long, I don't know about chasing it today, but if you could just get a couple lazy days, maybe range it from like 2040 to 21, calm down, then you can lead on that 20 level. But try to get it to that June 18th low. That was 1991. Stop the dime short. It's probably a big order in the New York book there at 20. High frequency traders stepped in, bought it at 01, and rewarded.
Slight sell imbalance, about $2.3 billion.
Yeah. Pop it now. We came down to that 4,300 and
okay.
Popping just a little.
All right, here's one off the beaten path. Johnson Control, JCI, from JG in the chat.
Wow. Relative strength, A+ in this one. Up 14 cents on the session. Let me see what we're looking at on the daily here. Held yesterday's low. You went to 68.06. You blinked. You missed it. Hit 68 even. Didn't quite get up to yesterday's high. We're back under 69. See, the only thing that's concerning me here is I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 highs now within a 50-cent area just above 69. So to me, an institution really wants out at like 69.25, maybe 69.5. So, and if you include that 68.95 high on the 30th, you got 3 6 highs around that area. So having a green bar today, we're closing in the upper quadrant of the range, but you got to note the 6 highs. Let's just call it 69.50 if you take all those highs and the ranges over since the 30th.
Jason B, rewind about 10 minutes. We discussed Sava about 10 minutes ago, or maybe less. So we just rewind a little bit. It is 3:50, about 3:59 here. We got 1 minute left in today's session. We've sort of just meandered. We let me pull up this SPY chart, which is one way of looking at this. So go intraday on the SPY. That weird big range on this 15-minute candle here. But we're at the high end of that candle right now, and yeah, I mean we're gonna close green for the day on an opening basis.
Yes,
I mean we're not going to close green for the day on a closing basis, but I'm extremely encouraged. I can't wait to see what happens overnight here because, yes, with the benefit of hindsight, this morning people were angry in the chat. There is some fiery emotions in the chat today. People were a little bit upset. I hope they're feeling a little bit better about
what were they upset about?
The people were, I think, frustrated about the market being down. But
it wasn't because I told a couple people off. Were they upset?
Well, it wasn't
that?
like it wasn't the overall market. It was like, it was stocks like AMC, which how was it?
How is that?
Which came back. That's my point. So I hope you're feeling a little bit better about things than you were.
Did Dennis win the bet?
Dennis did win the bet. I owe him a box of donuts.
What was the number?
A dozen Canadian. I don't know what that comes out to in US.
What did he have to get? 40?
It was 40, and it got to 30. It's ridiculous. The roll of the day was like 30.
I'm telling you, that guy's such a snake. I'm telling you, you got to be careful. You got to be careful. No, I didn't have anything there to lean on for AMC, but I don't know, with my internet issues, with going out of town, I sure wish the market would be a little bit quieter, but it looks like I won't be back until next Friday, folks. You're gonna have to do
Yeah,
do this without me.
if Joel cannot get his internet fixed tomorrow, we won't see Joel. He's taking the week off, so we won't see Joel until next Friday. I hope we see you tomorrow, but we won't know. We won't know.
That's the big thing. I don't want people staying awake at night worrying about it. So I'll just say, chances are I'm not going to be there. But Jar Jar,
I'm
I'm
holding
going
out
to
hope.
miss you. Sorry about the
Holding out hope.
no pre-market prep plus because of internet issues. But I hope everyone survived today. And and if you didn't, if you didn't have a good day, maybe these are days where you should go look and write a few things down. What you could have done different. Different. So thank you guys for all the wishes. I'm sorry I tell you guys off sometimes, but sometimes you deserve it. So that's it, Spencer. I'll let you wrap things up.
All right. Please remember all the information from our show is meant to be used as informational purposes, not for investing or trading advice. The Benzinga Cannabis Hour is coming up next. CEO of CV Sciences, ticker CVSI on the show. Also CEO of the Life Group, which is not public yet, will be on Cannabis Hour starting right now. Stream or redirect. Stay tuned.